A woman time-traveled to the 1970s and became an orphan in a fishing village. She was young and beautiful, but born with supernatural strength. She could kill a wild boar with a single punch. Nearly 20, yet no one dared to marry her. As luck would have it, one day a family sent down from the city arrived in the village. They brought a son, handsome, refined, the perfect husband material. As soon as the bride price was paid, the woman immediately carried him home and into the bridal chamber. Little did she know, the man was actually the most authoritative scientist of the modern era.
Archu, do you want a man or not?
Hey, village chief, you're just jealous that I caught the most fish again this time, but you can't use dirty tricks like this to mess with me.
Girl, what kind of way is that to talk? I'm telling you the truth, before your father passed away, didn't he always say he wanted you to settle down early? I have a good match for you here. Come with me and take a look. If you like each other, you could even get married tonight.
It's not another one of those big, rough butchers, is it?
No, this time the person I'm introducing you to is actually a scholar. He used to be a young master from a capitalist family in the city, very sophisticated and seriously handsome. Whenever the village girls see him, they can't help but blush like crazy. Millimeter him.
A young master from a capitalist family turned reformed intellectual.
What's wrong with being a reformed intellectual? The organization is willing to give him a chance to turn over a new leaf, but you're not. Aren't you always going on about wanting to find someone good looking? I can guarantee you, in my whole life, I've never seen anyone more handsome than him.
Is he really that good?
Why don't you go see for yourself?
In the end, Song Yanchu couldn't resist the temptation and went with Wu Zhangui. As soon as they arrived, Song Yanchu heard a commotion coming from the courtyard.
You filthy woman, you should feel lucky that I even look at you. Do you even know what your status is now? People like you, if I beat all of you to death today, no one would dare say a word. Let go of me. Don't worry, once you go back and spend the wedding night with me, I'll let you go.
The man grew impatient, tried to drag the girl away, but as he turned, he suddenly faced Song Yanchu. The man jolted in shock. For a split second, fear flashed in his eyes.
What is this woman doing here?
Young Dafu, what are you doing?
This woman accepted my betrothal gift. I'm taking her home to get married.
Is that so? No, I didn't accept her betrothal gift. She insisted on giving it to me, and no matter I refused, she wouldn't listen.
You damn woman, who said you could but while I'm talking?
Young Dafu raised his hand, about to slap the woman, but before he could bring it down, his hand was caught midair by a slender little hand.
The girl already said she didn't take your bride price. Isn't it a bit much for you to force her like this?
Song Yanchu, mind your own business. They're not even from your Qinghe fishing village, so why are you standing up for them?
Since they've come to our Qinghe fishing village, they're one of us now. Besides, I'm here today to propose marriage soon. They'll be my family.
What did you say? Propose marriage?
Village chief, who is the person you're talking about?
It's that one.
Wu Zhengui pointed at the man who was being held.
Let him go.
Song Yanchu looked at them, and the two men holding the man instinctively let go. They'd experienced how tough Song Yanchu was. One kick from her sent someone flying 10 meters. As soon as Mu Xian was free, he lunged at young Dafu.
Let go of my sister.
Song Yanchu glanced at the other person's face, covered in dust and dirt. It was impossible to tell what he looked like. But his voice was pleasant, the kind that could draw someone in when you're snuggled under the covers. With that thought, she gripped young Dafu's hand even tighter. Suddenly, there was a crack, and young Dafu's arm went limp. He collapsed to the ground, letting out a pig-slaughtering scream.
Thud, thud.
The lackeys nearby, frightened, immediately helped young Dafu up and hurriedly left in a panic.
Comrade, thank you for saving my daughter just now.
A beautiful woman in her 40s, her face flushed, thanked Song Yanchu. Even though she was dressed in coarse clothes, the aura she exuded made it clear she was no ordinary person.
No need to be so polite. After all, we'll be family from now on.
Miss, what are you?
Let your son come with me.
Biyu Shuren looked confused, as if she didn't understand Song Yanchu's meaning.
This is Song Yanchu, the prettiest girl in our village, and she's strong, too. Every time we go out to sea, he's always the one who catches the most fish in our village. If you follow him, you'll be able to eat your fill every day.
Who's supposed to follow him?
Who else could it be? Your eldest son, of course. He doesn't have a partner, and our Achu doesn't have one. One's good looking, the others, well, they're an odd pair, but isn't that a perfect match?
Isn't this a bit too sudden? Today is just the first time they've met. And honestly, the way that girl acted just now was a bit too fierce. Even that Dr. Yang couldn't get the upper hand with her. If my son marries her, how is he supposed to get by in the future?
Old man, are you lying to me again?
How could I lie to you? Let me ask, what's going on with your family? Weren't you the ones who said before that as long as someone could help you get rid of that young Dafu, you were willing to pay any price? Now that I've found someone to settle things for you, you're thinking of backing out?
No.
Alright, I agree.
No, you can't. Your father is still sick. If he wakes up and finds out what you're doing, he won't be able to take it.
Brother, don't go. I'll marry him. I'm willing to marry that person. Are you really willing to go with me?
Yes.
Do you know what it means to come with me? It means you'll have to marry into our family, and any children we have will take my surname.
That's fine. But since I'm marrying into your family, shouldn't you also give me a bride price?
How much do you want? This is actually possible. As a man, you can talk about this kind of thing without even changing your expression.
200 yuan.
You dare to ask?
A worker makes 20 yuan a month. You're asking for nearly 2 years' wages.
But looking closely at this man's face, he really is quite handsome. 200 yuan is worth it. Alright then, just get yourself ready at home. I'll come pick you up a bit later.
After Song Yanchu Wu,
Fuguwei left.
Bebe, how could you agree to marry into their family? You're the eldest son of our Mu family. You carry all our family's hopes.
To restore the Mu family, we must survive.
But we can't survive at your expense. Ever since you were little, you've always been a prodigy admired by everyone. If our family hadn't suffered this disaster, you definitely would have reached the top and become someone everyone looks up to. If you marry into that woman's family, even if we manage to return to the capital in the future, you'll still carry an indelible stain on your name.
Young Dafu is truly afraid of him. If he never bothers my sister again, that's the best outcome. Besides, Dad needs money for a doctor. The Mu family's glory is gone. All I want is for everyone to survive. Only by staying alive is there hope.
Song Yanchu had returned home. She took out the dowry money her late father left her, ready to pick up Mu Shuren. As she stepped out, she saw Wu Zhengui and his wife standing at the entrance, smiling broadly.
Chu, I heard from the old man that you're getting married. I picked up a few double happiness characters for you. Even though your parents are gone, a wedding is a big deal. You should still put up something festive.
Thank you, Auntie.
And Chu, let me tell you, they just got sent down from the city, so they're still a bit proud. If that guy doesn't give in to you tonight, just go straight for the gun. Anyway, you've got the local spirit on your side, he won't be able to resist you.
Uncle Zhangui, this is a proper marriage, not some bandit kidnapping a bride.
I'm just worried that kid won't fall for it. If you hadn't scared off all the good local boys from Shili, I wouldn't have had to let you marry a re-education case.
Uncle Zhangui, please, just stop talking.
Alright, I won't say. Hurry and pick her up. Go straight to the bridal chamber.
A woman with supernatural strength could kill an elephant with one punch. No man dared marry her, making her the only single woman. Then, a young master, son of a wealthy capitalist, came from the city. The woman saw him as perfect husband material. After the bride price, she carried him home to the bridal chamber. Little did she know, he was also the most authoritative scientist of his time.
This is your bride price. From now on, you belong to me.
The priest accepted the money. He handed it to the nearby woman.
Mom, I'm leaving. Keep the money safe, and have someone get a doctor to come check on Dad. Use the rest of the money for the household.
Anna, take good care of yourself. You must treat my brother well. Also, I will work hard to earn money and buy my brother back.
Just as Song Yanchu was about to speak, Wu Xian grabbed his wrist and forcefully pulled him away. They walked a distance before Mu Xian finally let go of Song Yanchu's hand.
I'm sorry.
If you're not willing, we can call off the wedding. I'm not someone who forces others.
Since I agreed, I won't go back on my word.
You really don't regret it?
I don't regret.
Alright, you said it. Don't go back on your word after days. I've got plenty of strength and tricks up my sleeve.
Mu Shuren suddenly remembered that it was with this slender hand that he had crushed young Dafu's arm before, and he couldn't help but feel a bit nervous.
Then be gentler with me.
Yanchu almost choked to death on Mu Shuren's words.
What kind of wild talk is that?
After they got home, Wu Zhangui and Aunt Wu had already helped tidy his room. Bright red double happiness characters were pasted everywhere, and it finally started to feel like a wedding.
There's only our Chu left in her family now. From now on, this will be your home together. You should treat her Chu well, she's a kind-hearted girl, and she won't let you go hungry. I'll be waiting to come celebrate your baby's 1-month banquet next year.
Alright, we won't disturb your wedding night any longer. Wife, let's head back.
Okay, let's go.
After they left, Song Yanchu explained the situation at home to Mu Xian.
There aren't really any strict rules here. You can use anything in the house, just make sure to put it back where it was after you're done. Also, I'm a bit of a neat freak, so you have to shower every day. Otherwise, you're not allowed in the bed.
Got it. Anything else?
That's all I can think of for now. If I think of anything else later, I'll let you know.
Okay, then I'll go put my luggage in the room first.
Take your time unpacking. I'll go make you something to eat.
Let me help you.
No need. After all, it's your first day in my house. Just take a good rest for now.
In less than half an hour, Song Yanchu brought a steaming pot of fish porridge into the main hall. Song Yanchu wanted to call Mu Shuren to eat, but realized she didn't know his name. She'd only heard his mother call him an but it didn't seem right for her to call him that.
My name is Mushan.
Mushan is a nice name. Come on, let's eat.
Thank you.
After Mu Shuren thanked, he started eating, but forgot the freshly served, very hot porridge. A mouthful burned his face,
Why are you eating so fast? Spit it out quickly.
but Mu Shuren shook his head and swallowed it all down.
This is all food. We can't waste it.
If you don't want to waste it, eat slowly. For now, just make do. These are the only dishes left. Tomorrow, I'll make you something tastier.
It's okay. I can eat anything.
When it comes to food, Mu Shuren isn't particular. In the capital, he was fine with enough to eat. Sometimes, when busy with research, he'd gnaw on a plain steamed bun. Not long after dinner, the hot water was ready.
You've had a busy day too. Go take a bath and get some rest early.
Thank you.
No need to be polite. I'll go back to the room and wait for you.
After Song Yenchu spoke, she went back to her room, while Mu Shuren stood there, lost in thought.
I never thought I would actually get married, and yet, it turns out I'm marrying into someone else's family. What's more, it's to a girl from a remote fishing village. Life really is unpredictable. But since I've already agreed, from now on, she will be my one and only wife, and I will take on the responsibilities of a husband. Wait, Mu.
After Master and finished washing up, they lay on the bed, unmoving. Song Yenchu felt his head getting hot. He'd never shared a bed with another man, especially since this one was small. Song Yenchu's feet always involuntarily touched his legs. Just as they were about to take things further, a sudden noise came from the window. Song Yenchu immediately snapped out of it, rolled off the bed, and went to the window, only to find two little heads peeking in, spying on them.
Oh no, we've been caught. Run.
Song Yenchu reacted quickly and grabbed the small heads.
R2, sis, let me go. I really didn't mean to do it.
What were you two doing outside my window?
We went to Grandpa Village Chief, and he said you were going to consummate your marriage tonight, so we just wanted to see what your man looks like.
You guys sure have a lot to worry about for people who haven't even brushed their teeth yet. Let me tell you, if you dare climb up to my window again, I'll beat you up.
We won't dare anymore.
I won't dare ever again. Now go back.
After Song Yenchu finished scolding the kids, she let them go. They were kids.
They were probably just curious about who would dare to marry me.
Hasterin was at a loss for how to respond for a moment.
Alright, it's fine now. Let's go to sleep.
The next morning, when Song Yenchu woke up, Mu Shuren was already gone from the bed. Song Yenchu was stunned for a moment.
Could it be that Mu Shuren came to his senses and ran away? But that can't be. His whole family is here. Where could he possibly go?
Just as Song Yenchu was about to go out and take a look, she suddenly smelled smoke, and her heart skipped a beat.
Oh no, the kitchen is on fire.
Song Yenchu rushed in. Thick smoke billowed in the kitchen. Fortunately, no fire had started yet, just too much wood in the stove, unlit, causing smoke. Pastorin coughed, continuously stuffing firewood into the stove.
Stop piling it up. If you keep adding more, we'll both choke to death. Even if you have a grudge, you don't have to go this far and drag me down.
That's not it. I just wanted to make you some breakfast.
Make breakfast.
The priest nodded, seeing his state. Song Yenchu sighed. The former village chief had advised him, when looking for a man, don't just go for looks. Men with only a good face are useless. Now he truly understood, not very useful, can't even light a fire.
That's not how you light a fire. You can't put too many big pieces of firewood at once. You must start with kindling, then add bigger pieces gradually.
Mu Shuren just stood there beside him, looking a bit dejected. He used to scoff when people said that scholars are useless, but now, thinking back, those people weren't wrong. He really is completely useless. He can't even light a fire.
Why are you still standing here?
Mu Shuren didn't know how to answer that question for a moment.
You're not doubting yourself, are you?
It feels like I can't do anything right.
When something happened at home, he couldn't help. When bad people bullied his sister, he couldn't help. His father was so sick he couldn't get out of bed and he couldn't get a doctor. Ever since he was little, everyone called him a genius, but once away from that glory, he was just a useless person.
How could that be? You have your strengths too. At the very least, you're good looking.
That's considered a strength.
Listen to yourself. If you didn't have that face, would I have spent so much on a bride price to bring you into the family?
After hearing, Pastorin felt worse.
Go wash up. I'll watch the fire.
You know how now.
Didn't you just teach me?
Following the instructions just given, Pastorin adjusted the firewood in the stove, and sure enough, the smoke stopped coming out.
You've got pretty good learning skills.
These days, that's all I can use them for.
What did you do before?
I did research in physics.
Physics. Then you're big shot.
A woman time travels to the 1970s and spends just 20 cents on a bride price to marry a wealthy young master from the city, making him her live-in husband. Little did she expect that this young master would turn out to be the most authoritative scientist in the 1970s working on atomic bombs.
Not researching atomic bombs, hydrogen bombs, etc. Are you?
You even know about that.
Mu Shuren's gaze towards Song Yenchu instantly turned cold.
How could a little girl from a remote fishing village possibly know about atomic bombs and hydrogen bombs? Could she be a spy sent from abroad? Even though I've been demoted now, I would never hand over my research to foreigners.
Song Yenchu saw his wary look and immediately explained.
Don't overthink it. I'm a native of Qinghe Fishing Village. My household registration has all my information. There's absolutely no way I could be some kind of spy. As for how I know all this, it's just from delivering fish to the county and overhearing guests talk at the state-run restaurant. If you don't believe me, you can come with me next time and see for yourself. Everyone there is well educated.
Seeing the sincerity in Song Yenchu's eyes, Mu Xian began to let his guard down. Sorry, I guess I was being too sensitive.
It's fine, it's normal to be cautious. I'll go wash up first.
After Song Yenchu spoke, he left the kitchen. He noticed a faint rustling sound in the courtyard. Quietly, he walked to the doorway and saw a slender figure sneaking around. Song Yenchu recognized who it was, Mu Xian's younger sister, Mu Jingmai.
What are you looking at? Where's my brother? What did you do to him? He's inside crying because of you, you vicious woman. Did you really force yourself on my brother? Hey, how can you just cry like that, little girl? You evil woman, how could you defile my brother like this? I will never forgive you.
At this moment, Pastor An also walked out from the kitchen.
Jingmai, you can't be so rude.
Brother, are you okay?
What wrong me?
That woman just said you were.
Mu Jingmai glared at Song Yenchu, ready to accuse her of all her misdeeds, but before she could finish, Mu Xian interrupted her.
She is your sister-in-law now. You need to show some respect.
Sister-in-law? How is she my sister-in-law? She's nothing but a bandit and a thief. I can't accept that. Have you ever seen a bandit or a thief who pays first before taking someone?
Jingmai, apologize.
Why should I apologize? She's no different from that young Dafu.
Jingmai, is this how I taught you to behave?
Brother, I'm just standing up for you, and you're still scolding me. I'm never going to talk to you again.
Sorry, my little sister has been spoiled by our family. I'll make sure to teach her properly from now on.
It's alright, that girl is just worried about you.
Breakfast is ready, let's eat first.
Okay.
After the two finished eating, a sharp whistle suddenly sounded outside the house.
Is it time to go to work?
The next moment, the whistle sounded 3 more times in quick succession.
It's not for work, something's happened.
As soon as he finished speaking, he rushed out. Seeing his anxiety, Mu Xian, worried something happened, followed. When Song Yenchu arrived at the beach, a crowd was by the shore. Song Yenchu saw a man frantically running with a child on his back, while a woman nearby cried.
Put child down.
Achu, don't interfere. They're trying to save that child.
This is the method passed down in the fishing village to save drowning people. Turn the person upside down and shake them. As long as all the water can be expelled, there's still a chance to save them. But this isn't the correct emergency procedure.
This isn't right, he can't save the child. Stop him.
But this is how it's always been.
Song Yenchu couldn't waste time arguing. She stepped forward, snatched the child, and laid the child flat on the sand. The child's breathing and heartbeat had stopped. After ensuring nothing blocked the mouth or nose, she immediately began CPR.
Achu, what are you doing? Don't crush the child to death.
Someone saw what Song Yenchu was doing and stepped forward to stop her, but passed her and quickly blocked. She's saving a life, he said.
Who saves people? We've never seen anything like it.
Exactly. You all need to move aside. Village chief, say something.
Stop messing. The child's dead.
But Song Yenchu didn't give up, doing chest compressions on the child. After repeating several times, with a loud cry, the child cried.
Baoyan precious Baoyan you.
The child woke up. Hearing the baby cry, the mother rushed over and hugged the child tightly.
Uncle Zhengui, what on earth happened? How did a perfectly good boat end up capsizing?
Isn't it all because of Bao's father? Today wasn't even the day our village was supposed to go out to sea, but you know how Bao's family is. His grandmother is seriously ill and bedridden, and every month they need a lot of money to buy medicine. Bao's father just wanted to go out to sea and try his luck. I softened up for a moment and agreed. Who would have thought they'd run into young Dafu's boat? Without a word, they rammed Bao's father's boat and capsized it. Bao's father used all his strength to get Bao back to safety, but he himself was swept away by the waves. They haven't even found his body.
Uncle Zhengui, how could you be so careless? Every village in our brigade has set dates for going out to sea. How could you agree to let Bao's father go out when it was another village's turn?
He even got down on his knees and begged me, and kept promising that he absolutely wouldn't cross the boundary. He just wanted to catch a few small fish and shrimp in Jinghai to trade for some medicine. It's a matter of life and death, so
Chen PH, we can't just let this go. Young Dafu must pay the price.
But this time, it's our village that's in the wrong. Besides, his father is the brigade leader. Even if you go to the brigade, no one will stand up for us.
So Bao's father just died for nothing?
And Chu, I know you're really upset, but the fishing ban is about to start. If we make a scene at a time like this and the brigade leader stops us from going out to sea, the people in the village could really end up starving to death.
Song Yenchu suddenly fell silent for a moment.
Yeah, how can a group of people who can't even get enough to eat have the strength to fight for justice for themselves?
Song Yenchu put away all emotions, turned, and headed home. On the way, Pastor noticed something off with Song Yenchu's mood, so he kept following and asked,
What's wrong? You've already saved that child, so why do you still look so lost and dejected?
Why? If you have the ability to do something, and maybe you could help a lot of people, but because of your own cowardice you just won't take that step, what would you do?
There's a saying, if a person doesn't look out for themselves, heaven and earth will destroy them. Whether animal or human, we all naturally have an instinct to avoid risk. If the risk is too great, not taking that step the most sensible choice.
Song Yenchu was stunned. She hadn't expected Pastor and Ju to give this answer.
Many things in life beyond our control. When facing something, ask your heart. Any decision you make, as long as you follow your heart and it remains intact, your decision is right one.
He gave up better opportunities abroad and went through hardships to return to his homeland. He wanted to fulfill his ambitions, but before he could show, he was framed and his whole family was sent down. Yet, he never regretted coming back.
Following your heart is never wrong. If your heart isn't destroyed, then your decisions won't be wrong either. Let's go home.
Alright, Pastor.
And always felt Song Yenchu had secrets no one else knew. Just now, he performed CPR accurately, while other villagers in Qinghe fishing village had no idea how.
Who exactly is he?
A woman travels back to the 1970s and invents a dish that stuns the world, prompting a state-run restaurant to offer a $1,000,000 price for her recipe. From then on, the woman leads her small fishing village to prosperity. Mu Shiren, hurry and try this new dish I've just created. Mu Shiren looked at Song Yenchu's expectant gaze, picked up a piece of fish, popped it into his mouth, chewed, and shuddered. The fish pieces must have been deep-fried, with a crispy and fragrant texture. That's strange. The more I eat, the more I want. Don't just keep eating. Say something. How does it taste? Is it good? Just these two words, delicious. If you were a food critic, no one would hire you. It's really delicious. Mu Shiren added a word, and Song Yenchu laughed. As expected of a science and engineering guy, his way with words is unique. What's a science and engineering guy? It's nothing. I have to go into town later to make a delivery. I've left your meal in the pot. If you get hungry, help yourself. Alright, I'm off. Take care of the house. After sending Yenchu, Mu Shiren looked at the fish pieces in his bowl, suddenly thought of something, picked up the half bowl of crispy fish, and headed out the Mu family home. At this moment, Song Yenchu had arrived at Wu Zhenggui's house. Zhenggui asked, Have you packed everything up? I've packed everything for you. It seems a bit lighter than before. It's one less than last month. Alright, then I'll be off now. With a flick of her wrist, Song Yenchu slung the big bundle onto her back. This thing usually took 5 or 6 strong men to lift, but in Song Yenchu's hands, it felt lighter than cotton. Aren't you? Be careful on the road and come back early. Got it. Song Yenchu walked out of Wu Zhenggui's house with the big bundle on her back, just in time to see Mu Xian carrying a bowl as he headed into the village. That was the direction where his family was living now. What was he carrying in his hands? Could it be the meal I set aside for him? Song Yenchu thought about it and felt it was very likely. After all, he could sell himself for the sake of his family, so leaving his own food for them to eat was only natural. Song Yenchu didn't go up to him, just thinking she'd talk to him about it after he got back from town. After walking for more than 2 hours, Song Yenchu finally arrived at the fishing gear factory in the county. With a burst of strength, she swung the big bundle off her back. If I had your stamina, the factory would have to put me on a pedestal. Aren't you already being put on a pedestal now? The job is easy, the pay is good, and it's all because his second aunt married the deputy director of the fishing gear factory, which is how he landed such a cushy position. Count the quantity. There's one less fishing net than last month, what a hassle. He Juyuan immediately started counting. At the fishing gear factory, they buy nets based on mesh size. Each net costs between 10 and 20 yuan. This time, she brought 2 nets and some small gear. She received 12 yuan and 35 cents. Song Yenchu looked at the money and sighed. It seemed a decent amount, but this was the entire monthly income for Qinghe fishing village. Once divided, there was barely anything left for each person. It's just so hard to make money these days. After receiving the money, Song Yenchu went straight to the county's state-run restaurant. As she reached the entrance, the old gatekeeper greeted her warmly. Achu, what brings you here? Are you here to deliver fish? Where's your fish? After villagers' fishing boats returned, catch was handed over to Brigade first, and rest distributed among villagers. After Song Yenchu transmigrated, she wanted to earn money for family to improve lives, so she sought out the county's state-run restaurant. They didn't think of this little girl, but it was after she helped old Li, who had fallen by the roadside, that she managed to connect with the state-run restaurant. I'm not here to sell fish today. I have something to discuss with Manager Li. Looking for Manager Li? He should be in the kitchen. Go take a look. Thank you, sir. Song Yenchu spoke. She took a small jar from her bag and handed it to him. Sir, I made this. Give it a try. You little girl, every time you come you bring me something. You should eat more, look how skinny you've. Although old Lee was the gatekeeper, Manager Lee was his eldest nephew. Many people tried to curry favor with him by giving gifts, hoping to get in with Manager Lee, but he never accepted any. But he really liked this girl, Song Yenchu. She was polite, smart, and capable. He wished she were his own granddaughter. It's just my constitution, I may look skinny, but I'm strong. On in, then, alright. Right after that, Song Yenchu headed to the restaurant's kitchen. As soon as she walked in, she heard the familiar shouting inside. How are you guys cooking these dishes? Not only have our sales dropped this month, but customer complaints have also increased. If you don't want to work here, then get out early and don't ruin the reputation of my restaurant. Pull yourselves together. Now, Manager Lee kept scolding until his mouth was dry, and only then did he notice Song Yenchu standing nearby. Chu, what are you doing here? Manager Lee, I got married. You got married? When did that happen? How come no one came to tell me about it? It happened just yesterday. I came over as soon as I had some free time to bring you some wedding candies. As Song Yenchu spoke, she took 3 cans of crispy fish from her pocket and handed them to Manager Lee. I made these myself. They're not worth much, so please don't mind, Manager Lee. Look at you, girl. Do you really think I'm that kind of person? I'll accept your gift. Next time, bring your husband over when you have time. I can meet him. Alright, I won't keep you from your work, Manager Lee. After Song Yenchu left, Manager Lee looked at the cans of fish she had given him. He happened to be upset today he hadn't eaten. He went back to the kitchen and opened a can. The aroma was mouth-watering. Manager Lee took a bite, and his eyes immediately lit up. This fish is nothing like what I usually eat. How can it be so crispy, yet still keep the fresh flavor of the fish? At that moment, Manager Lee seemed to think of something. His face lit up with delight, and he called over a few chefs. Come on, try this fish. With that, the chefs began to taste it. Almost everyone who tried it couldn't help but want a second piece. So, Manager Lee, did you hire a new chef to make this? Why are you asking so many questions? Just answer me directly. I've never come across this method of making crispy fragrant fish before, but the meat is tender and delicious, and all the seasonings complement each other perfectly. It's truly a fine dish. So, do you think this dish would be a hit if we put it on our restaurant's menu? If this chef is willing to join us, we definitely won't have to worry about our restaurant sales. A woman spent 200 yuan on a bride price for the young master to marry into her family, but her sister-in-law squandered it in one day. She then tried to get them divorced. The woman used her superhuman strength to put her sister-in-law in her place.
Pastorin, this morning when I went out, I think I saw you carrying a bowl to your house. I didn't.
I didn't steal anything from the house, I just took my portion of food. Before you left, you told me to eat, so I thought I'd take care of it myself. I'm sorry, I won't do it again.
Do you think that by telling you this, I'm blaming you for giving the food to your parents? Is that it?
Right.
I care about you, Pastorin.
A trace of confusion flashed across his face, as if he didn't quite understand what he meant by that.
The portion I set aside for you is only enough for one person. If you gave your share to your parents, are you still going to eat today?
I, Pastorin, was speechless.
Pastorin, you're my man now. I told you I'd make sure you're well fed, but you went behind my back and did this. You saved up your own rations. If you end up getting sick or starving to death, wouldn't that make me a widow? Wouldn't it?
You won't become a widow.
Song Yenchu looked at her. After holding it in for so long, he felt helpless.
Mushurin, did you forget that I even gave your mom 200 yuan as a bride price? Do you know how much you can buy with 200 yuan? Your parents won't starve for now. You've already done a lot for them, so from now on, think a bit more about yourself, Mushurin.
For a moment, Mushurin didn't know what to say. Since birth, everyone told him he was the eldest son of the Mu family, carrying the family's future, filial to parents and caring for younger siblings. No one ever told him to think more about himself.
Mushurin, I'll speak the truth. I don't want a man who's weak and powerless. If you starve yourself to the point where you're out of breath after just one step, I'll definitely return you.
I won't do that anymore.
Good, as long as you won't. Eat more and get stronger, so people won't say I'm just squeezing you dry.
I got it.
The next morning, Song Yenchu, strong, went into the mountains with sturdy men to chop wood. Meanwhile, Mu Xian stayed in the village to mend fishing nets, and ran into Mu Jingmai.
Brother, did you bring me something to eat this morning?
Yesterday noon, after eating crispy fish chunks Mu Xian brought, he couldn't sleep night, tossing, turning, just thinking delicious taste.
No, I didn't.
You didn't save any for me.
Isn't there money at home now? Didn't Mom make you breakfast?
You know what Mom's cooking is like. This morning, she steamed a sweet potato for each of us, and there was some red.
Having sweet potatoes to eat is good. Did you forget before, we could only have a few sips of sweet potato porridge?
Bro, what do you mean? I didn't say anything. If you didn't save any for me, you didn't save any for me. Why are you snapping? Back home.
Back, no matter what good stuff there was, Pastorin would always bring it to him first. He spent last night thinking what delicious food his brother would bring him. But in the end, he got nothing.
Scolded instead. I wasn't being harsh with you. I was just trying to.
Be honest with you. Honest. You just think I'm annoying, don't you? Did Song Yenchu say something to you? Did he tell you not to have anything to do with our family anymore? Brother, don't forget about us just because you're married. We're your real family. We always have been.
Keep your Sam. I should keep my Sam.
Keep down. I've done nothing wrong. You've only been married less than 2 days, and you look down on our family. What's great about that woman? The more I think, the more upset I get.
She ran off crying and wanted to chase her, but after a moment, she stopped. She knew whenever Mu Jingmai didn't get her way, she'd throw a tantrum because everyone in the family would rush to comfort her.
With a temper like Jingmei's, there's no way she could survive in an environment like this. She can't be spoiled anymore.
With red, teary eyes, Jingmai went to find Miu Miu. Seeing her like this, Miu Miu immediately felt sorry for her and said,
Jingmai, what's wrong? Who bullied you? Don't tell me that young Dafu is bothering you again. It's not young Dafu, it's my brother. But he cares about you the most. How could he bully you? He really did care about me the most before, but now that he has a wife, he listens to her about everything. He's already put his little sister out of his mind. That can't be true, can it? Why not? She even yelled at me just now. Alright, don't be upset. I don't think your brother did it on purpose. Mom, I want to eat meat for lunch today. Eat meat. Where are we supposed to get meat from? Didn't your brother give you money? Take the money and trade with someone else in the village. They're bound to have some meat. Jingmai, there are still so many things at home that need money. Your dad is still sick in bed and needs medicine every day. There are also your 2 younger brothers. They're too little to work. Your brother has gone off to work elsewhere, so it's just the 2 of us holding things together at home. That's why the money your brother left is meant for. We can't just spend the money recklessly when things are so tight. H. Mom, my brother bullies me, and now even you don't love me anymore. I haven't had meat in such a long time. I don't want to eat sweet potatoes anymore. Alright, I'll go trade for some meat for you at lunchtime today. Mom, I knew you loved me the most.
Song Yenchu spent the whole morning chopping wood. In the end, she dragged a load of wood into the village that usually takes 5 or 6 people to carry, all by herself. Just then, Mu Jingmai happened to be nearby. Mu Jingmai noticed her, snorted coldly, and turned her head away.
I don't think I've ever offended this young lady, have I? Could she still be holding a grudge because I married her brother?
Song Yenchu didn't pay it any mind either. She turned and left.
Mom, look at her, she really doesn't have a shred of manners. No matter what, you're still her mother-in-law. She saw you and didn't even bother to greet you.
Mu's mother frowned as she watched Song Yenchu walk away.
She's a country girl, knows nothing of manners. My poor son, putting up with this. When I get the chance, I'll ensure those 2 divorce.
By now, the sun was at its peak. It was noon, everyone to finish work. Song Yenchu found Pastor An and went home.
Why hide here alone? Something happen? Sister caused trouble again.
She nodded and briefly told her what had happened that morning. After hearing it, Song Yenchu was deeply shocked.
I'm shocked your sister's personality is a bit too spoiled, isn't it? The moment she opens her mouth, she asks you for food. Has she never thought that if you give your food to her, you might not have enough to eat? How can she say that so matter-of-factly?
Our family spoiled her since she was little.
She really has been spoiled. Her temperament needs to be tempered, otherwise she'll suffer a lot in the future. Now that she's out in the world, she's surrounded by wolves and tigers. Not everyone will protect her like her family does.
I'll make sure to remind her.